While Tesla has established itself as the dominant leader in the tech world, and Musk as the real-life Tony Stark, he never leaves room to be out of the news in the tech world. Today, we're going to talk about Tesla's Gigafactory Texas update. Welcome to today's episode. Tesla Gigafactory Texas, which is a big part of Tesla's growth story in 2021, is hitting hyperspeed with a giant building coming up and new job postings on their agenda. In mid-2020, Tesla Inc. announced a plan to build a brand new factory in Austin, Texas.
We're also very excited to announce that we're going to be building our next Gigafactory in Texas.
Elon Musk revealed in an annual shareholder meeting in October that the $1 billion, 4 million by 5 million square foot plant should finish construction by the fourth quarter of this year. However, local presentations by Tesla representatives revealed May 1st, 2021 as the first substantial completion date, the time at which construction will be complete enough to sustain some level of operations, according to the American Institute of Architects standards. Beforehand, Tesla referred to the factory as the Cybertruck Gigafactory because it had plans to generate the electric pickup truck there. However, Tesla first planned to produce the Model Y at the factory, and the company later renamed it Gigafactory Texas. Construction of the new Tesla Gigafactory in Texas began around 5 months back in the year 2020. A new video of the project shows the place is rapidly turning into a busy industrial area. A video uploaded on YouTube by electric car enthusiast Jeff Roberts showed the progress of the factory, having recorded it from day one. The automaker has plans to produce Model 3, Model Y, Cybertruck, and Tesla Semi at Gigafactory Texas. The Tesla Gigafactory in Texas is expected to create 5,000 plus jobs over the next 4 years. Tesla Inc. is already hiring a large number of manufacturing positions for the factory, as well as engineers. One recent job posting by Tesla Inc. showed that the automaker sought a manufacturing engineering manager to lead battery production. Elon Musk outlined a broad shift towards in-house battery production for Tesla's electric cars at the October shareholders meeting, including plans to focus on battery production at a new Gigafactory under construction in Berlin. He has not announced whether the Texas facility will also have a significant focus on battery production. For Berlin and Austin, we do expect to start delivering cars from those factories next year, said CEO Elon Musk in October 2020. Because of the exponential nature of the scaling up of a manufacturing plant, it will start off slow at first, and the output will become very large, he further continued. An insider scoop shows that Tesla's Gigafactory is one with the over 2,000-acre property at the intersection of SH 130. Harold Green Road east of Austin shows impressive site development, with the factory's basic structure largely erected. That's all, guys, for Tesla's Gigafactory Texas update. And until next time, keep being awesome, even as you stay safe in these times. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the subscribe button to not miss out on any new videos. While Tesla has established itself as the dominant leader in the tech world, Elon Musk never ceases to create new tech for all tech lovers to enjoy. Welcome to today's episode on Tesla's Airline. About a year ago, Elon Musk said that one day, all transportation will be electric except for rockets.
I certainly can see that. And in fact, my opinion is that all transportation, with the ironic exception of rockets, will be fully electric.
Even planes?
Yes, everything.
Well, this includes even airplanes, which have long been on his list of things to electrify. Tesla CEO Elon Musk first hinted at the idea of an electric airplane in an interview in September 2018.
Now, have you ever looked at planes and gone, I could fix this? I just don't have the time. Too busy making.
I have a design for a plane.
You do?
Yes.
A better design?
I mean, probably. I think it is. Yeah.
Who have you talked to about this?
And I've talked to friends.
Friends?
Friends and
I'm your friend.
girlfriends.
You
And
can tell me.
His vision for a plane was a vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL, a vehicle that will be capable of flying at supersonic speeds at high altitudes. For the most part, Elon's idea has primarily remained a near impossible dream because, for his design to work, the plane would require a battery with an energy density that is higher than 400 watt-hours per kilogram. However, with Tesla's new batteries, Panasonic's 2170 batteries currently being used in Model 3 cars can only achieve an energy density of around 260 watt-hours per kilogram. But Tesla Inc. is working hard on increasing that capacity at unprecedented speed right now. In a new exchange with ARK investment analyst Sam Corris on Twitter, Elon Musk revealed that Tesla may be able to achieve volume production of 400 watt-hours per kilogram batteries in just 3 to 4 years, which should be around 2023 or 2024. Although this will largely be a result of Tesla's effort to extend a vehicle's driving range, a battery of that capacity will certainly be powerful enough to get an airplane off the ground. Tesla is currently leading at the forefront of battery technology. This concept could be an interesting new industry for the company, but I doubt it would happen. Tesla Inc. might eventually supply the battery cells or battery packs for those electric aircraft. Still, I honestly doubt that the automaker would be involved more than that.
Exciting is because if Tesla's leading in energy density and battery technology, then the logical next step is like, if somebody's going to build an electric airplane, it's the company with the best, lightest, most efficient batteries, right?
Yeah, it's hard to, it's an entirely different regulatory regime. There aren't any car companies that are also aircraft companies. So why don't they just make aircraft?
It could be an interesting project, combining the expertise in aerospace and batteries of Musk's two main companies, SpaceX and Tesla. If the battery energy density is improved by more than 30% over the next 5 years, which will be around the middle of the decade, it would not only certainly result in electric commercial planes, but it would also have a definite impact on Tesla's cars and other electric vehicles, making electric cars cheaper, lighter, and with a capacity for going on a longer range. That would be it with today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the subscribe button to not miss out on any new videos. The Chinese automaker XPeng was founded in 2014 and has caused quite a stir recently. Not only because the newly released P7 is set to be incredibly cheap and powerful, but also because the autopilot led to a legal dispute between Tesla and XPeng. But more on that at the end of the video. Let's start with the design of the P7. The elegant car is 4 meters 80 long, 1 meter 90 wide, and 145 centimeters tall with a wheelbase of 3 meters. The car has an empty weight of 1,865 kilograms to 1,890 kilograms, depending on which variant you choose. A total of 5 seats are installed in the car, made of chamois leather and textiles in the cheaper version and Nappa leather in the 2 newer versions. The interior itself is available in orange for the standard variant and in black, beige, or red for the smart and premium variants. The cockpit of the car is incredibly classy. There is an XSmart OS in-car intelligence system with a 15-inch touchscreen, 4G, 128 gigabytes, and many other features. The load space of the car is 440 liters, and thus provides plenty of storage space. Outside, the car has frameless doors and a hidden electric door handle. The car also has intelligent exterior lighting and LED headlights with steering auxiliary lighting. The roof is made of panoramic glass and makes the car look particularly elegant and high quality. The battery of the P7 has an output of 80.87 kilowatts and should therefore achieve a range of over 700 kilometers. However, a somewhat older test procedure was used to determine the range and tested under optimal conditions. For comparison, Tesla's competitor model, the Model S, has a range of around 600 kilometers. The P7's battery should also be charged from 30 to 80% within 30 minutes and provide electricity for a further 120 kilometers of driving in just 10 minutes. The car has an electric motor, each on the front and rear axles, and thus provides 316 kilowatts and a proud 430 PS. Alternatively, customers can only access the single-engine and rear-wheel drive variants while driving, which still have 196 kilowatts / 266 horsepower. Of course, the P7 also has an autonomous driving system. Countless sensors and cameras support this. For example, the car's premium version has 14 cameras, 14 ultrasonic wave sensors, and 5mm wave radar. However, Elon Musk claimed that XPeng had taken over Tesla's LiDAR system and copied some of its source code content. The whole thing even went so far that Tesla is said to have taken legal action against XPeng. Elon Musk posted the following tweet on Twitter. In terms of price, the e-sedan will be sold for $35,500 to $55,000 in the future. All in all, the price of the car is thus far below that of the competition from Tesla and still offers some interesting features and impressive performance. Since XPeng is still an extremely young company, it is impossible to say how the whole thing will develop and whether XPeng can prevail over companies like Tesla. Let us know what you think about the P7 in the comments. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for daily updates. It is no longer news that the whole world is tending towards electric cars, and vehicles powered by fuel engines are fast becoming a thing of the past. President Joe Biden knows the automotive industry is heading towards an electric future and is therefore pushing the US government to get on board as soon as possible. President Joe Biden recently revealed plans to replace the government's fleet of cars and trucks with electric vehicles assembled in the US when signing a new Buy American executive order. The federal government also owns an enormous fleet of vehicles, which we're going to replace with clean electric vehicles made right here in America by American workers, creating 1 million auto worker jobs, he called it.
Which we're going to replace with clean electric vehicles made right here in America by American workers, creating millions of jobs.
The government is a major buyer of vehicles. However, replacing such a fleet of American-produced EVs will be costly and take time. Currently, only a handful of all-electric cars being assembled in the US, Tesla, General Motors, and Nissan Motor produce EVs domestically. In contrast, Ford Motor and others have announced plans to do so. It's unclear whether Biden's plan includes plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, which use a combination of EV motors and traditional internal combustion engines. When discussing the plans, he referred to the new fleet being made up of electric vehicles that are net zero emissions. If it comes to fulfillment, this promise could boost US automakers, particularly those with various portfolios that include passenger cars, commercial vans, and light trucks. As of 2019, the United States government had 645,000 vehicles that were driven 4.5 billion miles and consumed 375 million gallons of gasoline and diesel fuel, according to the General Services Administration, GSA. About 35% of those vehicles were operated by the US Postal Service. President Joe Biden did not specify a time frame for switching the government's large vehicle fleet to EVs, which definitely cost substantially more than traditional vehicles. He revealed that the vehicle fleet changeover will be tied to his administration's plan to create 1 million new jobs in the US auto industry. The president also announced plans for stricter use of American-made parts in the government-purchased vehicles, which will make it even more difficult to switch over the fleet of cars. He said the current standards require a vehicle's components to be at least 50% from the US. Tesla Inc. is considered the superior US manufacturer of electric cars. However, the company's lack of union workers and its vehicle's higher cost, even the less expensive Model 3, could be a barrier. Ford and GM might not have a vast supply of electric vehicles at the moment, but they do have union shops, and both automakers are investing heavily to expand their EV offerings. What are your thoughts on President Joe Biden's executive order? Do you think it is worth it? Do you think it is a welcome idea for the United States? Let me know in the comment section. That is all for today's video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.
Hello and welcome to TechSpace. This is where you're getting all the latest tech news. But before we start with the video, make sure to subscribe to this channel to not miss out any new videos. Today I'm going to tell you all you need to know about the Nissan Leaf. The Nissan Leaf is a Japanese design. The model adopts its hatchback model borrowed from its second generation with an improved appearance coupled with a digital display cabin. There are two versions of the 5-seat electric vehicle. One is the Leaf Plus and the other one is the Leaf. The battery package gives it. It's an outstanding acceleration and gives it a cruising range of between 149 and 226 miles. The base Leaf battery package is 40 kilowatts an hour and its single electric motor has a 147 horsepower and a 187 pound-ft of torque. The EPA driving system range is estimated at 149 miles. The Leaf Plus has a 214 horsepower and a 250 pound-ft of torque efficient for 0 to 60 miles an hour for less than 7 seconds and a perfect mile range of between 215 and 226 miles, but it's dependent of the tire trim level. The Leaf has a good NHTSA crash test scores, light steering and an automatic emergency brake. The Leaf steering wheel has not been fitted with a telescope, but seat comfort is guaranteed for 4 people as plenty of space is available for the head and the leg area. But remember, the Leaf can accommodate up to 5 people. The expensive models of the Nissan Leaf have ProPilot driver assistance systems that can start, steer and stop the car. The Leaf has an 8-inch touchscreen that is compatible with both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It also has cloth upholstery and 16-inch wheels. The Leaf SV Plus has adaptive cruise control, keyless entry, navigation, quick charging and wheels measuring 17 inches. Some of the provided options include an upgrade of the headlights and a cold weather package, automatic climate control and a semi-autonomous. It's not easy to identify the Nissan Leaf as a hybrid and electric vehicle just from looking at it, but the zero emission mark is a clue that it's an electric vehicle. The Nissan Leaf is a rear wheel drive model and you can get it in any Leaf that is 4-wheels drive. If you ever wanted a green car, the Nissan Leaf is your best choice as an electric vehicle. It's the greenest vehicle that runs solely on electricity. The Leaf charging time varies and then it can be charged on 120 volts or 240 volts. According to Nissan, the Leaf and the Leaf Plus battery pack can be recharged after 7 hours. The F model have the option of a fast charging DC connection. Standard level charging is provided for all Plus trims, SV and SL trims. Generally, the Leaf is quiet, stable and smooth when cruising around the corners. It has an e-pedal that provides a regenerative braking system, and it also increases the driving efficiency of the electric vehicle. The Leaf is sufficient on city roads or drives like the 149 miles can only be achieved when the vehicle is steadily driven. Otherwise, the highway would only make you anxious. A hard drive lowers the mileage range. All in all, the Nissan Leaf is a remarkable electric vehicle. Its exceptional V-motion grille and a floating roofing design make it an outstanding cruise car. As for the price, the fully loaded Nissan Leaf will cost you around $45,000. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the subscribe button to not miss out any new videos.
In 2017, the Japanese company Aspark presented the first design sketches for the planned super sports car called Aspark Owl. In the meantime, the first drafts have turned into a top-class, ready-to-drive automobile, which has now celebrated its premiere at the Dubai Motor Show. The first vehicles are expected to be delivered in the second quarter, but only 50 of the exclusive hypercars are planned. The Aspark Owl's design is a bit reminiscent of a Corvette C8 from the front, but the mighty fenders already give an idea of the power this vehicle has. The extra-large air inlet on the side is only there for show purposes because the electric motor does not need an air supply. But this does not affect the look. The Japanese's brutal look is also continued at the rear, which has to get by without a rear window and borrows from current Le Mans racers. The exterior mirrors are also kept in a racing car style and ensure good aerodynamics for the super sports car. At first glance, the Aspark Owl's cockpit looks a bit like that of a McLaren, as the racing bucket seats with leather upholstery and the control unit in the center console are somewhat reminiscent of the models from the British super sports car manufacturer. The sports steering wheel with a wide range of setting options for all possible driving programs, on the other hand, looks as if it had been taken directly from Formula One. As usual with Ferrari, the Aspark Owl also dispenses with the steering column stock to operate the indicators, lights, and windshield wipers, which creates an even more racing car feeling, but makes operation noticeably more difficult for inexperienced pilots in everyday life. The heart of the Aspark Owl is an electric drive consisting of 4 electric motors with a total of 1,480 kilowatt system output. That makes the insane horsepower figure of 2,012 horsepower. The maximum torque of the electric racer is also an incredible 2,000 Newton meters maximum torque. Equipped in this way, the Japanese, manufactured in Turin, Italy, sprints from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in a crazy 1.9 seconds. It only takes 11 seconds from 0 to 300 kilometers an hour. That is the Formula One level. On normal roads, it is hardly possible to even begin to explore the hypercar's reserves, as they are at such a high level that you can only tease them out on racetracks. Thanks to a large 64 kilowatt-hour battery, the electric hypercar range is an impressive 450 kilometers. The solvent clientele who would like to enjoy this super sports car have to dig deep into their pockets because the expected starting price is 2.9 million euros. In terms of price, the Aspark is thus in a league with luxury yachts and villas, and a Bugatti or a Koenigsegg almost looks like a bargain compared to this floor. The limitation to a total of only 50 pieces contributes to the exorbitant price of this hypercar, which is made by hand. There will probably not be any model cars or posters of this car, which means that the Aspark Owl will not take the hearts of sports car fans by storm, as it is merely too unknown for that. But it shows that even in the post-petrol era, we don't have to do without super sports cars, and that electric cars can not only be green and sensible, but have now also developed into real driving machines. If we receive information on further details in a timely manner, there is an update for this report. So, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date. Hello there! Welcome to another juicy video about creativity, technology, and endless innovations. Welcome to TechSpace. You know, right from a very tender age, I've always known that cars are a very big necessity for everyone, and since then, I've never stopped being fascinated with cars and the latest designs a company rolls out. The 2021 Toyota 4Runner is no different. It's an awesome automobile that ranks near the back of the midsize SUV class. The 4Runner's high predicted reliability rating and strong off-road performance are outshined by its crude on-road handling, mundane interior quality, and little fuel economy. The pros and cons of the 2021 Toyota 4Runner. It has a good predicted reliability rating. It is said to have a poor fuel economy. It has an absolute busy ride quality. Many have also said that the 4Runner has an outdated interior design. Well, please tell us in the comments section what are your thoughts on that. Now, is the Toyota 4Runner a good SUV? The 2021 Toyota 4Runner is a good SUV in some aspects and a bad SUV in others. The Toyota 4Runner excels as a workhorse, and that's a good one, right? It is available in practical 5- and 7-seat layouts. It can tow up to 5,000 pounds, and its spacious cargo area makes hauling large items very easy to achieve. The 4Runner's rugged suspension allows it to cross rough places that would sideline most other SUVs, and it has earned a great reputation for being reliable over the years. On the other hand, the current 4Runner is a 10-year-old design, and it lacks the emergence of today's car-based crossover SUVs. The 4Runner's interior looks and feels outdated. Its ride can be brutal and jittery at times, and its handling is burdensome. The 4Runner returns poor gas mileage as well, and its safety score is below average for the class. The 2020 versus 2021 Toyota 4Runner. What's the difference? There aren't many differences between the 2020 and 2021 4Runner models. Toyota adds a Trail Special Edition for 2021, but it's not appreciably different than other trims in the lineup. Also, previously available LED headlights are now standard in all Toyota models. Now let us compare the 2020 and 2021 4Runner. Here are the key changes for the Toyota 4Runner over the last few years. 2017, Toyota Racing Development trims replaced trail models. 2018, no notable changes. 2019, Nightshade Special Edition debuted. Fox suspension added to TRD Pro trim. 2020, Venture Special Edition introduced. Previously unavailable Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, and lane departure warning added to standard features list. 2021, Trail Special Edition debuts and LED headlights now standard in all models. The price points. The 2021 Toyota 4Runner has a $36,340 starting price, which is higher than almost every other midsize SUV. The price rises to $40,305 for the mid-range TRD off-road trim, and it tops out at $50,470 for the TRD Pro trim. The cargo space of the Toyota 4Runner provides 46.3 cubic feet of cargo space behind its second-row seats and 88.8 cubic feet with these seats folded. Models with the optional third row have just 9 cubic feet of cargo space with all seats upright. That's better than average for a mid-sized SUV, though rivals like the Chevrolet Traverse and Volkswagen Atlas offer even more room. Nevertheless, it's all put together quite well, controls are logically placed, and there's certainly something to be said for a rugged off-road vehicle that has a rugged interior. The standard 8-inch touchscreen is also of a typical size and perfectly up to date in terms of feature content, with standard Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Amazon Alexa integration. Simple tasks like changing radio stations are generally easy to perform, but it's not the quickest system, nor most modern in appearance. That's a Toyota-wide issue though, rather than a 4Runner-specific one. Updates are a must, and the 2021 Toyota 4Runner is certainly a good start for SUVs for the car industry giant Toyota. The year 2021 is surely looking great for we tech lovers, and I think it's all the love we can get at this point. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave your comments on this awesome automobile. And hey, stay safe and keep being awesome. Virgin Orbit's Launcher 1 rocket reached orbit on its second flight on January 17th, demonstrating the air launch system's performance after years of development. The company's Boeing 747 aircraft, called Cosmic Girl, took off from the Mojave Air and Spaceport in California at 1:38 p.m. Eastern, with the Launcher 1 rocket attached. The plane flew out over the Pacific, just off the Southern California coast, and released the rocket at about 2:39 p.m. Eastern. The rocket ignited its Newton 3 first stage engine for 3 minutes, followed by stage separation and ignition of the Newton 4 engine in the rocket's second stage for nearly 6 minutes. After a 46-minute coast, the rocket reignited the Newton 4 for a 5-second burn, followed by payload deployment in an approximately 500-kilometer orbit. However, Virgin Orbit took more than an hour to confirm those final steps. A new gateway to space has just sprung open, said Dan Hart, the president and chief executive of Virgin Orbit, in a statement after the launch. He said so, praising his company's laser focus on the program, despite technical challenges and the ongoing pandemic. That effort paid off today with a beautifully executed mission, and we couldn't be happier, he added. Virgin Orbit has achieved something many thought impossible, said Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Group, in that statement. This magnificent flight is the culmination of many years of hard work and will also unleash a whole new generation of innovators on the path to orbit. The launch was the capstone of a development program that dates back to July 2012, when Virgin Galactic announced its intent to develop a small launch vehicle to complement its Spaceship Two suborbital vehicle. Launcher 1 was originally planned to use the same White Knight II carrier aircraft as Spaceship Two. Still, the company later decided to acquire a Boeing 747 for use as a carrier aircraft. Virgin Galactic spun out the Launcher One project into a separate company, Virgin Orbit, in 2017. The customer for the Launch Demo 2 mission was NASA under a contract awarded in 2015 as part of its Venture Class Launch Services program to support emerging small launch vehicle developers. The mission, called Elon 20 by NASA, carried 10 CubeSats from 8 universities and 1 NASA center. The spacecraft is designed to perform a range of science and technology demonstration missions. Despite flying payloads, Virgin Orbit, before the launch, had emphasized that the primary purpose of the flight was to test the vehicle and nothing else. In a pre-launch call with reporters, Dan Hart, the president and chief executive of Virgin Orbit, said, "It's important to note that this is a test launch. Any early launches of a launch system carry a certain amount of risk. We will be thrilled to get the data and see the performance of the first stage and the second stage as it goes through their paces. We're also mindful that there's a risk on whether we will get to the final orbit. We were working vigorously and looking at all the details and making sure we have the best shot possible to get to orbit," he also added. Virgin Orbit's first Launcher One flight in May 2020 failed seconds after the ignition of the rocket's Newton 3 engine. An investigation showed that a liquid oxygen feed line had ruptured, causing the engine to shut down. Dan Hart revealed in the pre-launch call that the company had brought in some of the best industry experts, including former chief engineers of the Atlas and Delta launch vehicles, for an independent investigation. The Federal Aviation Administration, NASA, and U.S. Air Force monitored the investigation with the Aerospace Corporation's support. After identifying the cause, Virgin Orbit performed a new structural analysis of that portion of the vehicle and modified components to address the problem. After the issues were fixed, they followed it up by testing on a vibration table and static fire tests of the engine. The company also performed a similar examination of Newton 4, the engine in the second stage that did not get a chance to fire in the previous launch attempt. There were some minor mods that were made there as well, Hart said. In the pre-launch briefing, Virgin Orbit didn't disclose plans for their next launch. Still, Hart stated that the company was assembling the next Launcher One rocket, which he described as being a few weeks away from being ready. Several other vehicles are in earlier stages of assembly. The company confirmed they are moving into commercial operations with their next launch in the post-launch statement, but did not disclose a schedule or customer for that next launch.